Well, good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to, man, this is like the first Meet the Experts episode I've had in about 3 months. I just got crazy busy with everything in the agency. And just, I mean, look, life is starting to come back. It's when I started doing Meet the Experts, it was because everybody was getting used to these new Zoom calls and everything else. And I was like, well, what a cool way to do like some streaming stuff. So I started doing it and started booking a few guests. And what it's really turned into is something that I've been referring to as meet the local experts, right? So my original goal is get experts from around the country. But I really enjoy giving back and offering some stuff to our Greensboro people and Greensboro business owners. And so if you don't know who I am, my name is Jay Vicks, and this is Meet the Experts. And we bring on different business owners locally to just talk to them about their business. You can call it a commercial, call it an interview. I call it a conversation. And the reason I do this is because I own a digital marketing agency, and I feel like I can help people with coming up with video and promoting themselves online. It's totally free for guests to come on. So if you have a business and you'd like to be on an episode of Meet the Experts, let me know. And today I have a really, really cool guest. I've been working with Monique for quite a few months now and helping her with a couple of her online stuff. And as we were talking, I was like, you know what? She's got such a cool business, be a perfect guest. So Monique Crutchfield, I'm going to bring her up on the screen right now and we're going to get started. So, hey, Monique, how are you?
Jay, good morning.
It's great to see you and that smiling face.
Great to see you too. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. So you got big plans for this weekend?
Well, no, not big plans, but some good plans. I plan on staying home and doing some home improvements.
Very cool. Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks for coming on Meet the Experts. I think I kind of briefed you enough on what we're going to talk about a little bit. And let's get started. And if you guys at home, if you have any questions for Monique related to behavioral health or therapy, that's what we're going to be talking about. Monique owns a counseling service, and I am actually going to put up a banner for her. So she owns Piedmont Counseling and Development Services. Her phone number and website are at the bottom. They will be scrolling. And if you guys have any questions, comments, just want to say hi to Monique, feel free to comment on whatever platform you're listening to. We're on Facebook and YouTube right now. So let's get started. So Monique, just tell us a little bit about Piedmont Counseling and Development Services and how long you've been in business here in the Triad area.
So thank you so much, Jay, for having me. So I had a vision for Piedmont Counseling, and I started working on that vision in the summer of 2017, and I saw my first client in February of 2018, and we have been serving people since then. In January of 2021, we just expanded and got a larger office so that we can service a larger population of people.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're in the Jamestown area, right?
I am. I'm located right off of Guilford College Road, and I'm in between Guilford College Road and Wendover.
Okay, very cool. Well, I've always thought that, like, I try to do coaching in my business, and I always thought that coaching and counseling were really cool, but I don't know enough about people's like mental health and behavioral health. I mean, I try to help people with their digital marketing, but I think what you do is such an interesting career. How did you get into this career?
Well, thank you. Thank you for asking me that. I have been in the field since 1994. And to be honest with you, Jay, I haven't been bored yet. I feel as though I have such a rich career because I've had the opportunity to work with such a diverse population. I've got in the field, to be honest with you. I come from a family of people who are in human services. My
Okay.
mom is a social worker. I have a god sister who's a social worker. I have an aunt who's a social worker, and my grandmother was a child care worker. So I feel as though this is a good fit for me. I don't see myself doing anything else, but I feel as though I've had the opportunity to help people in various populations with various issues since 1994.
So since 1994, you said you've never been bored ever since. So when you that to me, means that it's probably pretty exciting or crazy or chaotic or stuff. But what would you say is like your most favorite part of your work?
Well, that's a good question. I believe since I've matured, I think that that answer changes from season to season. I think now, since I've been in the field for quite some time, I believe that me having the opportunity to be a part of a person's mental health journey and helping them to be the best person that they can be, um, them choosing me to be facilitating growth in their lives is humbling
Mm.
and it's gratifying for me. And watching them actually creating a goal for themselves and realizing that goal, it really is rewarding for me. And so I think for me, that's the best part of my job. And also, what I'm also a big advocate for is to begin to knock down the walls of stigma having to do with mental health. A lot of us have been raised with stigma having to do with coming and receiving help for mental health. We take care of our physical health, we take care of dental, but a lot of us seem shameful or embarrassed to go and take care of our mental health when it is, in fact, a part of us.
Yeah, that's it's not often that I think of it like that. We always think about the different things, like I try to go to the gym and stay in shape, and I'm working on this, and I'm working on my finances, I'm working on this, and then oftentimes it doesn't necessarily mean that because you're working on all these other things that your mental health is improving. So I think it's just another area, and I would imagine that you get to see some really cool breakthroughs in people. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Tell me now, you expanded, you moved into a bigger office, you mentioned that. So is it just you, or do you have others on your team?
So, yes, I'd like to present to you two wonderful ladies that have been working in the community for quite some time. Mrs. Shanika Alford, she is a licensed clinical social worker as well. She is on my team. She is she works part time. She specializes in mental health and substance abuse.
Okay.
And also Mrs. Allison Shields, who is provisionally licensed, going for her LCSW, which is a licensed clinical social worker. She's also been serving the community for over a decade, and each of these ladies work and are part of my team at Piedmont Counseling and Development Services.
Well, that's all. You are expanding and growing. That's exciting. So welcome to them for joining your team. So let's dive a little bit deeper when you talk about mental health and behavioral health. What are some, just so people out there watching, maybe they're going through something right now, what are a few common types of issues that you find you have success in helping people with?
Great question. So I have experience with helping people through working through basic adjustment disorders. And what I mean by that is people may have some difficulties with just adjustments and change in their lives, whether it might be relationships, job, occupational, career changes, or it could have everything in between, and changes, death, grief, bereavement. I also specialize in symptom management having to do with depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and some of our more severe and persistent mental illness diagnoses, such as schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorders. We also treat couples. We do some marital counseling, occupational therapies. So we are seasoned in a number of areas. We do help people develop coping skills around grief, anxiety, depression, things of that nature.
So when you're talking about grief, anxiety, depression, do you think, and has this become more prevalent in the last year with COVID, do you think, and the quarantine? Did you see an uptick or spike in that type of thing?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have been very, very busy, which is one of the reasons why it propelled me to expand. It also gave us the opportunity to reach people through teletherapy. A lot of insurances now allow us to see people virtually because of the pandemic. So we have been very, very busy, and people have been more in touch with their mental health, especially younger people. So yes, since for the past year now, we have been there has been an increase in mental health issues, and we have been trying to address and help people as best as we can.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm sure you're doing a great job. Obviously, you're doing something right because you're growing. So, we're just about to start wrapping up. But I know I have a ticker going at the bottom of the screen. Your phone number 336-493-5600. Website PiedmontLifeSolutions.com. I know we helped you with moving that website recently. So how can people get in touch with you privately? And the reason I asked the question, the reason I mean that is some people, like you mentioned earlier, there's that stigma associated with it. So if they call you, is it anonymous? Is it private? How does someone best get a hold of you?
So I just want to reiterate and reassure people that the number that you see on the screen is a confidential line. So you can call me at 336-493-5600. You can also email me at MoniqueC@PiedmontLifeSolutions.com. That is confidential as well. And I will get back to you within the next 24 to 48 hours. And all consultations are free. And I'd be more than happy to discuss how we can assist you in where you need to be mentally.
All right. So just to make sure, it was Monique C, the letter C, at PiedmontLifeSolutions.com.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have the phone number and the website address. I'm just going to scroll Monique's email address again. This is confidential. I was typing it up as you were saying it, but Monique C at PiedmontLifeSolutions.com. Monique, I really want to thank you for the work that you're doing. I'm sure you're helping to change lives every day, and that's really exciting. Thank you for offering this service in the Greensboro and the Triad area. And thanks for coming on Meet the Experts. I hope you had a good time.
Thank you. I did. Thank you so much for having me, Jay.
Absolutely. I hope you have a wonderful day. And when I remove you from the screen, just hang out. We'll chat after we're done. But thanks for coming on. Have a great day.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was my interview with Monique, and Monique Crutchfield from Piedmont Life Solutions. Piedmont Counseling and Development Services is actually the name of her company. She is just super nice. I am sure that if you have any issues, she can address those perfectly. So please get a hold of her. Again, I'm going to put the website back up as well with the phone number 336-493-5600, or visit her website at piedmontlifesolutions.com. Well, another episode in the books. So meet the experts, like I mentioned prior to the conversation I had with Monique. If you want to feature your company on an episode of Meet the Experts, you will also have placement on our new website, which I didn't have the last time we did an episode, which is advertisinggreensboro.com. If you want to get a hold of us, or if you just need some general marketing help or digital marketing questions answered, that's what I do at the How To Agency. My company, JVI Mobile Marketing, launched howto.agency about a year ago, and it is a resource for small business owners to learn more how to market their business online. You can reach us at howto.agency or jvimobile.com, and I would love to figure out how we can help your business grow. So with that being said, I'm going to sign out, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day and a happy Memorial Day weekend. Take care.